Hello everyone, good morning, good morning. Hello. I'm just making sure it's all working fine. You can see me, you can hear me. Give me a shout on chat if you can and let me know if everything is audible and visible. I'm going to be crafting and showing you things today in a completely different location. It is right outside the window, so I wanted some daylight. I am upside down. I hope that's okay. I might just flip that screen on catch up. But what I'm going to be doing today is, hi Sue, good morning. Hello. I know it's kind of coming to Christmas time, so I'm not expecting tons of you here. But I thought, we should do some crafting in the spirit or theme of the January craft box. And the January craft box is a steampunk theme, vintage, patina, rust. Oh, hello. Gosh, we've got 6 of you. Hello. Hi, Deborah. Hello. Wonderful. Oh, 6 of you already. That's wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so so today I'm going to be doing like rust and patina and I'm connected to the internet via hard cable. And I do hope that it will just work just fine. But if we do have any issues, just bear with me. Hi Michelle. Lovely. If we do have any issues or if the internet connection drops, just bear with. I'm going to fix the reconnect. Let's just have a really nice, relaxing, crafty session together. Hello, hi BJ, hello. So let's do this. So today I'm going to be doing 2 projects, and I'm thinking 2 projects. We will see how we get on. The first one is going to be steampunk, rust, patina, definitely rust and patina, because I am going to be using the rust paste. And the second one is going to be vintage looking. I will see how I get on with this. So what I'm going to do on the first one, so basically the story behind this project is that when I had my screen test for Create and Craft America, long story, they asked me to create a project to show on screen, and the one I have created was very rusty looking. I don't actually have it with me, but we're just going to recreate it, and I'm going to show you some of the techniques that I haven't shown before, so I hope that's going to be exciting. The second project is going to be something more with ephemera. Gosh, I can't really pronounce that word very well. But I've got some bits from Craftbox. I've got some other bits that might be in Craftbox at some point. So I'm just going to use them. Fatima, are there any boxes left? Yes, there are. We've got tons of January boxes. Well, tons. We don't have tons. We actually have about 60 left. Out of 600, so we do have quite a few, but they are going, like we do have quite a few going every day. But at this point in time, yes, we got boxes left. Okay, let's get cracking. Stop talking, Anna. Get crafting. So the first project I'm going to be doing with the rust and patina, with the rust one, is I'm going to actually be using the craft box backing. So I've picked the black one. I believe this is from Black and White box, because I wanted to show you that this is such a sturdy card. Don't really chuck it away. Just stuck it somewhere, and you can do ACTs with them. You can do cards with them. You can do tags. So I'm going to do a big large tag. Am I going to cut the corners? We will see. But so I have those, but I haven't actually glued them together. I am going to be using my favourite adhesive medium. I'm just going to move that to the side so I can see. Hello, all 9 of you. So I'm going to use my favourite adhesive, which is the multimedia matte, and I'm working on my non-stick craft sheet. And I'm just going to adhere this together. So you can cover all our social media handles. I think the key with this is just to align it, and really that's all you have to worry about. So I'm just going to get that aligned whilst it's still a little bit wet, and this will dry in no time, because paper to paper gets adhered very quickly with any range of mediums. So I'm just going to make sure it's all nicely stacked together, and that's my surface. And you know what, I've actually got equipped with the baby wipes this time. Hi Anna, I wish I could subscribe to the craft box here in India. Oh, hello, hi Vipa. I'm sorry. I mean, you can subscribe to Craftbox. We do send to India, or if we don't, we can send to India. And actually, I visit India now and again. Oh, thank you so much, Vipa. That's lovely. I do go to India now and again. I go to Hyderabad because I do have a team in India, not for Craftbox, for another job I do, which I'm going back to in January part-time. So, so I can always deliver now and again. Okay, so I've got this, and this is going to be the base for my tag. And what I'm going to start with is I'm going to take one of the snippets. And by the way, I just received these. These are golden, like a very fluid acrylic paint. I can't wait to play. I'm going to be playing with crafting so much this Christmas, and I just can't wait. And that's why I said I want this session to be relaxed, calm place where we can have some fun together, and I can just have some fun crafting rather than stressing about it, because sometimes when you're running a craft business, crafting can be stressful. Okay, let's talk about stress, shall we? Okay, so I've got some glossy accents by Ranger, and I'm going to adhere it to my surface. I'm going to adhere it at the angle. I do have a plan. There is a plan that comes with this project and the plan is in my head. So I'm going just to adhere it a little bit. I mean, this will all catch. It's paper on paper. These are obviously paper. So I'm just going to pop that down. And if I need to, I'm going to dry it with my heat gun, which I do have handy. I have everything prepared today. Oh, isn't that prepared? Okay. So got this one, just pop that a little bit, just get that smudged around. So that's adhered, and that's pretty much solid already, well, nearly solid, very close to being solid. And then what I'm going to do now is, although this is already black, and that's why I picked black, so I don't have to, do so much of colouring. I've got some black gesso, and I'm just going to take a little squidge, and then take a brush and just colour it all with black gesso. What this is going to do, this is going to obviously uniform the colour, and I didn't put enough of gesso on here. One thing it's going to do is going to uniform the colour, but then the other thing this is going to do is that it's going to give me a surface to then work with other mediums easier, because this surface here of the tag is sleek. This is printing, obviously, it's quite sleek. So I need to have something more gritty, grippy, if that's the word. Probably isn't, but you know what I mean. And obviously in the process, I am going to cover this snip art. Dum, dum, dum. Now I do have tons of embellishments that will go on top of that, but we will see how, if I do want to cover them or not. Maybe I won't. I'm just thinking out loud. We will see. Right, I think that's just a perfect amount of gesso I have put on at this time. I hope you can see me and hear me fine. Do give me a nudge now and again, yeah? You know the deal. We need to know everything is looking good. Okay. I'm so glad I got a bag of baby wipes. This is just going to change my crafting life. I'm just going to put that to the side. And actually I'm going to be working with this project, so it doesn't really matter if I am going to clean it very well or not. But I need to start looking after my brushes, because I've realised that I actually have no brushes left whatsoever, because all of them have a dried paint on them. How rubbish. So I got a bunch of brushes, and I actually got a bunch to put on Craftbox website as well, because there's just, I'm sure other people are in the same situation as I am. Thank you, Debbie. Not necessarily looking. I mean, if you are good at looking after your brushes, I really salute you. I just tend to not to, and then I suffer for it. Right, I've got my low blow. Oh, blow just sounds rude. Low whatever heat tool. So this is not a heat gun. Thank you, Michelle. So this is not a heat gun. This is a heat tool. So I'm just gonna give it a dry. I mean, this makes some really weird noise now. This gesso dries incredibly quickly, so that's not, you know, you are going to be watching the paint to dry, but it's not going to be taking that much time. That's fine. So that's that. And now I'm going to move on to using my rust and I want to say rust and patina, which it isn't. It's a rust paste by Prima. Hi. Hi, Janice. Hello. So I've got rust and patina set. Now, if you are after this, we had it on a website for a while. If you are after this set, give me a shout, anna@craftbox.co.uk, saying, Anna, I would like one of the rust paste sets, and I will try to get that for you. I'm not sure if it's still actually in production or not, but just give me a shout and I'll try to get it. I think it is sold out now, but we did have it for a while. Now let me just walk you through this a little bit. Rust and patina sets are made of 3 parts. They are really just acrylic mediums in a way. The brown one, as you can see, I've used nearly half of it already. The brown paste is a quite high grit paste, and then the orange one is just, I think the grit is a tiny bit smaller. I might be wrong, but this is my perception of it. And then the yellow is just an acrylic paint. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use. So you really use a lot of brown, I think. You use a little bit brown, you know, a lot of brown, quite a, you know, then less of orange, and definitely just the tiniest amount of the yellow, just to highlight. That's why my quantities are, as you can see. Okay, now I'm going just to get that focus. Good. So I'm going to take some of the brown one, and I'm actually going to cover the entire tag with this, and then we're going to shade and highlight. I'm just going to take that out of the way because I don't know if you can see. I'm using the same microphone that Lizzie and I have been using for a while, and it just gives such a good quality of sound. So I hope that it comes through. It's much better than just a webcam. But you probably can save yourself some of that paste by just doing that texture first and then not applying that much. But I just really love this grit, and I wish the brand pot was much bigger because I am nearly running out. And thinking about it, actually I'm gonna have to order it for myself. So if you want it, just drop me an email and I can get some more of that. Because I will clearly be buying more for myself, because I don't think I've kept much, which is really a mistake with these things. What brand is the heat tool? It's Ranger. Yes, it is Ranger. It is not that easy to find in UK. A little frustrating because you need to have a UK plug. So Fatima, be careful when you get it on from Amazon or anywhere of this sort. Make sure it is with UK plug, because I had to do, you know, quite a lot of looking for it, if that makes sense, to get the UK plug one. So you can see that pretty much straight away we have this vintage piece, and it shows better as well. So I'm just going to show you like that. Okay, so that was the brown paste, which is awesome. And you can use it through stencils, you know, you can use it through whatever medium you want to use it. I am just going to give it a zap. Actually, no, not yet. I'm not going to give it a zap yet because I am going to use the orange, because I want the orange to blend. So I do actually want both pastes to be wet. It just will allow me to blend it much easier. So I'm just going to add some highlights, and especially where the sun would kind of hit this embellishment. I'm just going to highlight, and then I'm going to blend. So don't worry, it just looks like a big smudge of orange on top at the moment. I'm just going to take my baby wipe. Baby baby wipe. I'm so excited. Such a silly little purchase, and just changes your crafting life. Because I've just always, then that's one of the reasons why my brushes are in such a disarray. Okay, so I'm just taking the same brush and I'm just blending it. I'm blending that orange. I want to make a little bit of a halo around it. Yes, and almost all the places I've tried are out of stock right now. Yeah, I think, funnily enough, I actually think I got the last one of those heat tools. But yeah, I mean, if you can get it, definitely recommended. You know, I've been watching, you're going to say, oh, Tim Holtz. But yes, I've been watching a lot of Tim Holtz recently. And he's been talking about the difference between the heat tool and the heat gun. And it was really interesting because the heat tool, the heat tool just gives such a wide flow of air, and it doesn't get that hot that quickly. So it's great for, it's great for kind of drying projects. It actually dries project much quicker than my heat gun. But then the heat gun is great for embossing, and it, it doesn't warp the paper. And it's just there is a difference, and you do need both if you do a lot of crafting, or if you do professional crafting. So I'm just going to use my heat tool, and excuse me, I'm just going to use my heat tool to give it a bit of a dry now. Again, this is acrylic paint, really, acrylic paint with a little bit of grit. So that will dry in no time. Okay. Now, on the camera, it looks like it's not very well blended, which is really interesting because where I look at it, it looks very blended. But yeah, so that will be the orange bit. I might just take a little bit more, and then add it here and there. And now this is dry brushing, so this is completely different, completely different, almost not technique, but effect you're getting. Love the rust base, it is. I just want some specks of highlights, because otherwise we're just going to have this blob of brown. But I will also make sure that paste is well blended. Good. Okay. So that's that. Now, I've got some copper wire. I'm going to cut a little bit of that copper wire. Well, I shouldn't have probably used my best sewing scissors. But yeah, I've got this copper wire and I have kept it natural. Good morning, Yvonne. Hello. I have kept it natural. And I am going just to wrap it around my tag. So just going to pop that in there. Give it a little squeeze just on this side. And then I just want to give it a wrap once. And then just put that here. And then I will probably just get that wrapped here. And just do quite a wide one here. And then that's how I'm going to end it. I will probably just put some sellotape at the back of it afterwards, and then I will put on a card, because I'm thinking this will be like a topper for a card possibly, because it's the right size. Oh, thank you, Deborah. That's really good. That's really good tip. I'm going to take my heat gun again. Heat tool. For goodness sake, heat tool. And I've noticed that paste is still a little bit damp. So I'm just going to get that dry. That wire, obviously, it is a copper wire. It's going to get really hot. So if you're reproducing this project, be careful not to touch the wire afterwards. And I probably will just touch it now, because that's just the way it goes, right? Right. Oh, goodness me. There's just rust paste absolutely everywhere. But hey, I've got some baby wipes. I will not shut up about the baby wipes. I know, it's like discovering America, isn't it? Christopher Columbus was his name. Anyway, was her name. Anyhow, fine. That's fine. And then just give my fingers a little bit of a wipe. I got some of those artist scrubbers thingies as well. Okay, wipe it on my trousers. Okay, so that's where we are at now. I'm just going to try to flatten this a little bit by getting those wires a little more flush. And then what I'm going to do now is I've got tons of steampunky embellishments. And these are you, a flower, tons of cogs. Christopher Columbus, what's his name? No, I'm just going to have on my mind. Excuse me. Are you all guys ready for Christmas? Do let me know, because I feel like we're completely not ready for Christmas. I am redoing the entire upstairs to fit in the whole craft box universe upstairs. The reasons for this, I am going to let the craft boxes know in one of the live streams on YouTube, the Facebook live streams I will do probably before Christmas. But yeah, I am fitting the entire craft box universe upstairs. Oh, aren't these adorable? Okay, and I'm going to just embellish this with those embellishments, and I think I may just give them a little bit of a smear with the rust paste afterwards, because some of them obviously are not the same colour. Okay, so and I also have some of those sea ones. So these are okay. I have purposefully picked them from my stash, and these will go on replay. They are embellishments from the April box. This is how long I've got the replay stuff. Would you believe? So not ready yet. Don't know what you mean. Okay, so so I am going to, what was I saying? Yeah. So I've got the April replays, which I am going to put on a website. I think we're going to have a big sale after Christmas of the replay stuff. Anyhow, what I was trying to say is that I want some of these to go on here to add texture. I really should have done it beforehand, but I only just noticed this. Doesn't matter. Honestly, it's just, this is a no stress crafting. And I'm going just to add them here and there, and then give them a little bit of zap with the heat gun so they do adhere quicker. And just colour them a little bit with that brown paste very quickly. It's me and the animals, so I'm ready. Oh, Christmas, duh. Sorry. Do you know what? Funny actually that, because I say something and you guys don't hear it for about 30 seconds. So I have already moved on in my head. And you guys are only hearing this, so I do apologise. Silly Billy. I'm just going to give it a bit more of a zap of a heat gun. Zap of a heat gun. How does that sound like? Weird. That sounds like Anna speaking. Anna talking. We only ready thanks to hubby. Oh, I hope you're okay, Michelle. Yeah, I want to say that, whatever we have ready is because of my husband as well. Because even though I haven't been at work for a few weeks, work that is, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I work full time. I work part time somewhere else as well. So even though I haven't been at work, things have been so busy. Oh my goodness me, no one would have I have not expected that I'm just still going to be up till midnight or 1 or 2 a.m. doing things. I've enjoyed it thoroughly, but it has been very busy. So I've just added those wood embellishments, and the reason why I've done this on purpose. And so why I've done this is because very often I hear, oh, these embellishments are not the colour I wanted. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if it's a shape you wanted. As a crafter, you can do whatever the heck you want with it. I'm just going to give it a quick zap, and then I'm just going to highlight with orange very quickly. This is literally how long it takes. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that paste and just going to add some highlights here and there. Then wipe the rest, and then just smidge that. Perfect. Christopher Columbus was her name. I'm just going to go on to Christopher Columbus now. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Okay. So now we've got that frame. So Oh, be careful, as I said. So I'm just thinking through them. Oh, wouldn't that look amazing? So I'm just going to have to press it quite hard because obviously those wires are in my way. But I think we're just going to add this beautiful embellishment. And I am going to pop that down here. So guys, have you enjoyed, I'm going to say it and I'll forget what I was saying. But do remind me. Just Anna, to answer your question about that. Did you enjoy our increased activity on video activity on the Craftbox YouTube channel and obviously the Craftbox TV, which is kind of the same thing? Did you guys enjoy it? Because I thoroughly enjoyed doing more videos, and I really hope that in 2017 we will just carry on with this. Our YouTube channel has gained about 200 new subscribers, which is lovely. You know, it's great to have that. I don't enable adverts on too many of the videos. Some of the old ones we've got adverts enabled, but adverts kind of annoy me on YouTube. So, you know, as much as I can, obviously, you know, it is a source of revenue to a degree. Although, anyway, doesn't matter. Long story. So, I hope that you enjoyed the increased activity on our video side of things. I'm just trying to balance this on the wires and get that adhered. Oh, I left them. I've got the new hot glue gun, the kind of low heat one, because you know I burn myself, so I've left it downstairs. I'm actually quite prepared, would you believe? But apart from this one, so I'm just going to add this key here. These embellishments are lovely. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad you like it. So I'm just adding tons of glossy accents, because you know how much I am very fond of glossy accents. And then I've got a little hinge here, and I think I'm going to do a hinge and bracket. It reminds me, hinge and bracket. Rosella and Lizzie, hinge and bracket. Okay, and this one will probably go just somewhere here. And I hope this is inspiring, because this is a very different type of crafting to what I normally do. So I really do hope that this is something that you enjoy and try. As I said, if you want a rust based, shout, I can get it if it's still being manufactured. This is just not very straight, bear with. Do you know what? I'm going to sit down. Oh, I'm sitting down. Good. Loving Craftbox TV, Anna, thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm just adhering this. I'm just going to give it a zap with the heat gun just to make sure this will catch. And this is really a hot glue gun jobby, but that's fine, we'll manage. I'm just going to zap it with a heat gun, so it doesn't matter. And then the cogs, you know, this is really supposed to be a steampunky piece, right? So I'm going, thank you Fatima, I'm going to pop that. Those who are watching and catch up, if you guys don't know what I'm doing by talking to people randomly, I'm just responding to chat. So that's what I'm doing. So I've got I need to show you this. Look, I don't know, I want this to focus. Oh, hold on, I want this to focus on, oh, it's just focusing on one thing. Bear with. She says, bear with. I've read somewhere that some people hate when other people say, oh, all the time, bear with. Can you see? Anyway, it is like a little key and little padlock with the key. So cute. Absolutely adorable. So these will go somewhere there as well. And then I've got the flower, which I think I'm just going to add. Oh, hello. Hi. Do I want to offset it? No, because this will go on top of the card. So I'm going to add this. Tons of glossy accents. So I'm embellishing this, and then I'm just going to try to make it a bit uniformed with the colour. So I'm going to add this bit, that patina piece. I will leave it. That's fine. Just checking what else I've got here. That's fine. That's all I've got. And then I've got this tiny little fan. Isn't that cute? Okay, so I'm going to add just a few more of the gears. One here. And then one, I just kind of want one tucked. So there's going to be this steering wheel, or however you call it, the ship steering wheel. The ship steering wheel is there. And okay, good. And then I'll add some of these. And I'm just thinking if I just put it underneath the wire, that will look quite good. Underneath both maybe. Or maybe just underneath one. And then I've got this tiny little fan, which I love. And that will just go next to the key. This song is going to be in my head, by the way. This song is from the TV show for kids about Christopher Columbus and discovering America. And the song went like this. Oh, I was just about to say something. Can you tell us where we can buy things you use but don't sell? Everything that I've used so far, apart from mediums, I do sell. So I was just trying to sing the song about Christopher Columbus, but clearly I just don't remember the words, so that's not going to work. But everything else, like the mediums, etc., I tend to get them from Amazon because I want them quick. And they will be on the Craftbox website as well at some point, because I'm getting an account with Ranger for reasons I can't disclose at the moment. But yeah, that's the answer, Fatima. All the embellishments I'm showing here actually are either on a Craftbox website or will be in one of the boxes. So okay, so that's where we are. I've got the tiny little embellishments here, and then I've got the key, and I've got the big cogs. And I think I'm just going to pop that cog just here, if I can get that to catch. Now, because I'm using liquid glue, I am going to now take my heat gun and just make it warm, because the liquid is going to evaporate quicker, and it will allow me to move on and start putting some final touches on this. So just getting this dry. And I think what I'm going to do here, I might just add a little sentiment from Snip Art. So probably will just add that. So just drying this. This is going to bubble up and heat up, but that's fine. Ideally you would obviously let it air dry, so when you're doing it at home. And just make sure, I do repeat that, but I just really want to make sure that you guys... will I be oh, hold on. I just want to make sure that you guys stay safe and you don't burn yourself. Will I be selling the heat tool? Possibly, actually, but depends if I can get the one with the UK plug. But yeah, if that is available, absolutely, because yeah, it is difficult to find. So if I am able to secure a bunch of units, then absolutely yes, that's not a problem at all. And the same with the, that week I'm going to get a lot of formiran. So I've ordered this already. So I'm also going to be stocking the iron, the craft iron that you can use for formiran. So I've dried this now, and I'm just going to grab a sentiment. And the sentiment, I'm going to use one of the Together Love Forever. That one is from Snip Art, and I will probably just use Together. So the great thing about these, and I love that we got Craftbox logo and Snip Art now. Isn't that lovely? Right, so I'm just going to use that Together because I think this needs a sentiment. Yeah, and the best thing about these is that you can cut them. So I'm gonna cut it together, and then I've got Love Forever, and no one would ever know. I need to kind of sand this a little bit so someone would know now, but you know, when I sand this a little bit, no one will know that there was something attached to the top of it. So I've got this together, and I might just leave it. Oh, you know what, I'm gonna make a gold, so I'm just gonna leave this piece for a second. I've got a liquid leaf. Now let me shake it off camera. Liquid leaf is a great thing. Liquid leaf is a I believe, I want to say it's oil based. Is it oil based? It is a different type of medium. It's a very highly pigmented paint, and I believe it's oil based, but don't quote me. Maybe not necessarily. But anyway, it dries really quickly, so maybe it is an oil based. I should shut up now. And liquid leaf. The one thing I would need you to know about this, and I am really big on these things, the reason why is because I used to work with harmful chemicals, and I know the damage they can do to you. Please work in a ventilated space where using liquid medium. It is not good for you. It's got carcinogenic substances in it. You don't want to scare you. You know, we obviously want to use products, but you just need to be mindful of it, that you should just take all the precautions, and I think it's important that someone will tell you this, because it's great that we get excited about all those products, but we also need to make sure that, you know, we are all aware that we're working with chemicals, and obviously if you have kids around, that's even more important. So what I've done is I covered this together in gold liquid leaf. The one I have, and I'm using here, and I'm just going to have to push the okay. So one I'm using here is it's called Liquid Leaf number 6110 Classic Gold Dorado. Oh, that's in Spanish, Dorado Clásico do. Okay, and this is a US product. I do not carry this on Craftbox website, so you may need to get it again. I think this one is either from eBay or from Amazon. This is now looking a bit more dry, so I am going to now use the paste, the brown paste. As soon as I find it, I'll be using the brown paste to colour some of those embellishments, just the tiniest bits. But because I'm using the same set of brushes, because I completely ran out of any brushes, I do need to use the same one, and I'm just gonna use my newfound love for baby wipes to wipe this brush, and then just use a little bit of that brown, not too much, and just vintage it a little bit. Okay, I just don't want this silver to really overpower anything. So just adding this brown to all the leaves and all the embellishments, especially the ones that are different colour, especially the silver ones. And look, but just a few strokes, we now have a slightly, you know, different piece, don't we? Okay, and to finish it all off, I've got those tiny few embellishments now, and I'm just thinking of really, you know, adding another level to word dimension. And when you have non-clog bottles, that's brilliant, as long as you make sure that you cover it and it really stays non-clogged. Because whoop, doodle, I just made it clogged, but that's fine. I'm just gonna add a little bit of glossy accents to this. Whoops, to this key and padlock. This is probably the wrong way around, actually, thinking about it, how keys and padlocks work. So I'm just adding this element here, and then I want to add this element here. I just want this corner to be like the focal point and fairly busy. So I'm adding this key. Oh, this should go the other way around. The reason why is because there is a word peace. Oh no, there's a word faith on the front of this one, and that's quite cute. Okay, and that will be covered in the brown, and I will leave that to dry. Heat gun! Just gonna give this a little zap. Just make sure it's all getting there heat-wise. And then the final touch is that word together. And I'm just thinking, how do I want this to lie here? I think I need this in this space, but I don't really want it to hang over. Although I might do it on a bigger card, so maybe it would be a good idea. Okay, I will do that. I'm just going to take that glossy accents that I had lying around and then just add more. You know, I'm always quite generous with my glues, which probably makes my pieces look a bit gluey and gooey. Okay. Are you getting more non-clog bottles? Yes, I've ordered another 300, Michelle. So I am going to have tons of them on the website. And I'm going to do, sorry, I was just about to say, I'll switch my heat gun off. I'm going to do a set, I'm going to do a set of those, like a set of 5, set of 3, and 1, and just get that ready. Because I think a lot of you ladies bought a number of them, so I'm just going to do them in sets now, because they're just brilliant. And also, when I show you guys how to use these, you can put them in the non-clog bottle. I'm going to do some techniques with these paints, because we're also going to be stocking golden products, hopefully. So I'm just in a discussion with the supplier. So I hope that we can stock that. So this is my piece. It is very heavy, and I need to make sure that the wire is connected at the back. It is. Let me just turn around so you can see it, guys. So this is the piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere it to a card, and make it a card, or make a top of some kind of box of the same size. I do really like it. I hope you like it too. It's a completely different technique and very, very vintagey looking. And also another thing that really, you know, shows you what you can do with your embellishments and you know, with the fairly minimal additional supplies comparing to what you're going to have in your craft box. So that was a number 1. So I'm just going to put that to the side and let it dry. Nicely. Okay, the question from Fatima we have: will the paste ruin your brushes? Not really. If you're stippling it really hard, then yes it will, because it's got gritty bits in it. But if you're just smudging it or if you're just painting it like you would with a normal paint, then no, that's fine. Thank you ladies. I'm going to move on to tag number 2. And I haven't thought this through as much as I have thought the other piece. Would you believe I have thought it through? But before I do this, I need to just quickly tidy up my surface. So because that tag is going to be whitish, and so I need to just give this a little bit of a, and then I need to take a vacuum because all that paste is now dry. So I've got 2 pieces of paper. And I've clearly cut them wrong because one is longer than the other. You probably cannot see it on camera, but that's fine. I'm going to take a brush and just going to wipe it quickly because I want to use some glue. This is what happens when you don't look after your brushes. Naughty Anna. Because then you run out of them when you need them. So this is going to be interesting. Oh, hold on, I've got some more brushes here. Yeah, that will work. Okay, just about. I am going to take a Ranger Multimedia Matte and pop a bunch of it at the back of this. I just want this tag to be more sturdy, so just adding Multimedia Matte, and I will adhere them together. So I'm putting tons down. This will dry in no time, and it will adhere very quickly because it's paper on paper. If you have excess, you can always put it back in. But you know, as it is a wet medium, it will allow you a little bit of time to align those 2 pieces of paper. Okay, so I'm just going to do that and align them, And then I will have to cut the excess off because for some reason I cut it really wonkily. It's just, that was my cutting 2 minutes before the show. Okay, so just give that a little trim with my scissors, using the other one as a guide. Try not to cut off too much. Try not to make it too wonky. I'll probably make a topper for my card as well. This thing, this thing. Alright, there's going to be no gesso or anything of this sort. But what we are going to do is we are going to use some of the elements. This is replay from, I want to say June box. This is a travel one. So I've got that. And this is an inspiration by Mr. Holtz. You know how much I love Tim Holtz. There's no denying. I'm ready for this. There's no denying. Anyway, I'm just going to cut that thing there. I kind of want to colour it with something, but I just want to give it a little bit of a wash. I don't necessarily want to make it oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp on it. I may have to make it a bit smaller actually. Yes, I'm going to stamp on this. And do you protect your table with anything? Yes, I've got non-stick mat on my Surface Fatima. And I definitely highly recommend this to anyone. Oh, yeah, I've been doing really well with inking that stamp. I was wondering why isn't it inking? Start again. So yes, I do protect my table with the non-stick sheet. And I've got really, on my other crafting table, I've got several. On my other crafting table, I do have a really large one. But on this one, I've got only a small one just to protect the area I'm working on. Okay, so this is, if you were wondering, this stamp is from Hero Arts. Is very, very old. Hi Lorna. Hello. So I needed to read, so I was just about to say Laura. Hi Lorna. Okay, so just going to eyeball this, and do you know what? This is not bad, is it? So I'm just adding this. This stamp, by the way, was $8.60 when I bought it, if you are wondering. But I can't tell you where I bought it. I had it in my stash for years. So any script stamp will do, really. I am on fire. Look how even that is. Bye, Sue. Okay. Another one. And then just at the bottom, I'm just going to add this. Perfect. And if you were wondering what I was stamping with, that is StazOn. StazOn in Timber Brown. StazOn in Timber Brown. I will give it a quick zap with the heat gun. Just want to make sure this is dry. That is lovely, that scripty thing. And then I'm going to be I want to say decoupaging, but it's not really going to be decoupaging. I've just got some bits from other boxes, and I am going to take my scissors and cut some of the bits out. The first thing I'm going to cut out is the happy time, because this is going to be my sentiment. I'm going to use this as my sentiment. Then also I've got this London. I don't know if you can see very well. I've got the London. I've got the lady. I'm going to cut out the lady. I should really have tiny scissors. Do you know what? When Lizzie was crafting with me, she is so prepared. She's got everything in her little stash. Large scissors, small scissors. You can probably see from the previous video. Lizzie, can I have a brush? Lizzie, can I... Oh, goodness me. My craft room is in several rooms at the moment. So, yeah. So then we've got a little lady. I'm going to cut out that balloon as well, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of an outline because there naturally is a little bit of an outline, and let me tell you, it is just a little bit of a challenge to cut it with big scissors like that, but also you get a little bit more control, I guess, to a degree. I've got I'm tidying up the space, as I said, and one of the things that became really apparent to me in the last few days is that I have done so much craft shopping in last year and none of it is unpacked. So I think, I mean, if you want to, I can do a big haul just to show you everything that I bought in the last 12 months. And it's not to show off, but just to I love watching hauls, by the way. So if you guys are going to do crafty hauls, I'd love to watch them. So give me a shout, because I just love watching hauls, because I get all the inspiration for the stuff I want to buy. Not that I will ever use it, but I love watching hauls, especially with the new stuff and things like new discoveries in the world of craft. Where can I get the mat? Fatima asked. I'm sure Amazon is your friend, Fatima. Just non-stick crafting mat. If you Google that, Amazon that, I'm sure you'll find it there. And then I've got this Big Ben, so I'm just going to cut out Mr. Big Ben, just quickly, because I don't want to bore you to death with my attempt to fussy cut, which is probably utterly boring. And now I'm just waiting for everyone to say, no, of course it's not boring. Yeah, it is boring. Okay, Big Ben. And, oh, don't you love that quality? As a quality assurance manager, or head of quality assurance rather, I should know what quality is. Let's just pop that. Okay, and very quickly. Again, this is to show you really that you don't have to take the products as they are, and I often do that. I often look at something, I really do my best to look at something and think, what can I do with it? I have it. Can I make something else with it if I don't particularly like how it is in its original shape? And that's really where the best crafting ideas come from. I love watching hauls. I love to see a haul. Lovely. Okay, I am going to do it. I love watching hauls. Even if I do get a lot of inspiration as to what to buy. Inspiration, is that the right word? If you just go shopping afterwards, I'm not sure. But I do like watching them, just because it's just products. It satisfies your need to. Sometimes it just satisfies your need to have, even though you're not going to necessarily buy it all. But finding out about new products and what other people are going to be using and getting inspiration. So yeah, okay, I'll do a haul. You convinced me. Right, okay, so I've got this big tag now here, and I've got all those elements that I've cut out, and I am thinking of just adding just a few bits and pieces, and I am going to offset them because I will probably do them on a bigger card. Oh, that's cute. It's double-sided. Oh wow. Can I just say that I have put these together, and I have a lot of them I've packed, although I think this might have been packed by Karen. And oh my goodness, this is double-sided, and one is sepia. Did you guys know that? Anyway, and let's just stop going on one. I can't believe this, but I would love to offset this like that, and then love this. In fact, I am going to cut this, and you're like, no, and I would love to have a corner rounder here, but I don't, so I'm just going to attempt to round the corners on my own, which I have done a half decent job with. Like that, and then that's not so good, but that will do. Okay, and then this one I wanted in full. I just want to make a little scene. I just want to make a scene. And then I want to offset things, because they will just probably go on a card. I'm doing toppers. I'm working on toppers here. Right. I need my glossy something. going to add this here. Oh, such a shame to cover this. Who would have thought? Well, whoever looked at the back would have thought, but Anna didn't. Okay. I don't care if I have some of that paint, some of the glossy multi-medium matte around, because I will cover all in multi-medium. Ooh, okay. Then I'm just going to add this. Oh no, I wanted this. So I'm adding it to the back. Again, I don't care if there's too much glue, because as I said, I am going to cover it up with afterwards. And then, no, I think I need to cut this a little closer. Again, if you are wondering where this set I've just opened is for those who maybe are not a Craftbox customers or have not had this box, this one was from the travel box, which I believe was the June one. In the replay section on craftbox.co.uk you will still find these, because we have quite a few in stock left, and I just made this really wonky, doesn't matter. So yeah, we have quite a few left in stock, and they're not very pricey, and they're just made up, you can do so much with it. Okay, adding some glue. Right, as I always say that, but I'm hungry. I do need some nice food. Christmas is coming. I'm not sure what we're going to have right up until Christmas to eat. Okay, so I just adhered that little horsey thing. Yeah, well done, Anna. And then a Big Ben. This is very travel related. I mean, the whole box was travel related, but add that. And then this balloon. So we now start to properly embellish this entire piece. We back a little balloon here, and then the lady in the vintage clothing, we will put her there. Okay, and again, this is paper on paper. This will be dry in no time. As soon as I stick it on, it will be already become quite hard to move around. And then got this quality here. Okay, and then this little bit. Where do we want this? I'm going to put that in there just to cover this whole thing. These are my inky fingers. Do we like my inky fingers? Okay, so, oh gosh, bear with, I need a baby wipe. Oh, so much better. Just going to get my hands a bit cleaner now. Good. Just a little bit, because the proper scrubbing is going to happen afterwards, as it always does. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover this entire piece with multi-medium matte, because I want to seal this, and then I'm going to give it a zap with a heat gun afterwards. I want to get this nice and sealed, and I want all the bits of glue that are around, This is quite a thick cardstock, so I'm going to have to keep repeating this step to get all the glue off. Okay. I did some stamping, would you believe? On this piece I did some stamping. I just never do any stamping. I've got so many beautiful stamps. Like some of those Altenew stamps, which are you use different shades of colours, different shades of inks rather, to really add dimension to a flower, and you've got like an outline and a background and oh, I've got those, and I've got those in the bag from one of the shows. I think it was Ali Pali, and I just never really used it. Sad, but I am really looking forward to Christmas and to using all my crafty supplies in my cleaned up crafting space, which my husband is nagging me to clear up, which I absolutely do have to do. I'm just going to give it a zap. I've got to get this dry. I love this. This is such an unusual little scene. Very travel-y. Right, just giving a good zap with the heat gun. Sorry if there's too much wishing. Right, then what I'm going to do also is I'm going to take a little flower, because you know how much I love my flowers. I'm going to take a flower. I should probably just pick up some other ones. Just give me 1 second. I've got tons of flowers around here because I'm just tidying up my little space. Right, so I've got some flowers that will go with the colour scheme that I just picked. Obviously, I will curl the stems because that's what we do in a craft box kingdom. All the stems need to be beautifully curled. And then these will be cut and we will add some flowers to it. But before I do that, I've got some lovely ribbon. This ribbon is like a natural fabric ribbon. And it is very vintagey and steampunky. So I'm just going to get that. Now, where can I get that ribbon? This is ribbon. It is like kind of linen-y or whatever it is called. You may be wondering, where can I get that ribbon from? Well, get your January craft box and it will be there. So I'm going to tie around. This is lovely now and it's all matte, so all that shine is gone. Lovely and uniform. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that, but I need to add it in a space where it's not going to cover up completely what I've done. I'm just thinking maybe I could have done it underneath, but that's fine. I would do it on top. You could do it underneath if you wanted to. I will see how I feel about it. I might just really get it to the side and then tie a little knot in here, on here. Love this. Love this ribbon. Obviously I've got a problem with tying the knot, but hey. Problem with tying the knot? I've been married for 3 years, for goodness sake. Okay, so get that. One angle or another, however it will work. I might just pinch it with something here. Oh, that would actually look quite nice. Anyway, I'm going to cut this with my lovely sharp scissors. For the first time ever, I've got some nice sharp scissors. So I can just pinch it around here. And I could use a little bit like a jump ring to pinch it. It will look really nice, and I'll probably do that. Okay. Hola, I can't speak Spanish, I'm afraid. Okay. And I'm going to put some of the flowers around here as well. Just get some of my glossy accents. Whoops. Oh, every single time. But you know what you can do? You can take one of the flower stems. I tend to do this a lot. I can take one of the flower stems and just pop that in here and then make sure that it's flowing better. Perfect. All sorted. So this flower will go in there, and then this flower will go in there as soon as I cut off the stem of it. And this flower, I'm just wondering, do we just bunch them up? Yeah, go on then. So we'll go in there. Hold on. Swap them round so that the flat one can be around, and you can see some of the big Ben again. Do do do. And going to add this flower in here. Okay, here we go. So that is my topper, and I also wanted to add a sentiment. So I think I'm going to add this happy time. Well, I know I'm going to add this happy time because there's no other sentiment I actually have. So going to pop that down, and I'm just going to add a little dot of this and a little dot of this, and then just get over there the ribbon. Did that really catch? Well, that would be really good if it did, but you never know. Okay, happy time. And I'm just thinking, I've got this sentiment here. Wouldn't that be awesome? Love forever. Especially as it's Valentine's soon. Ha! I'm getting excited about a lot of tiniest of things, don't I? And I've got, do you know what? I'm going to do this one last thing, and it is I'm going to use one of the paints. I'm going to use a Lumiere paint and take a brush and add that to my sentiment, that love forever. And it's going to be orange, but I think it worked really well with the flower I've put on, and also with some of the embellishments I have put on as well. I didn't gesso this. I have put a little bit too much paint. Just got to be careful with these because they can be quite fragile if you're putting too much paint on. So I'm just going to give it a quick dry, and that will dry in no time because once again it is a acrylic paint. Give that a quick dry. Here we go. And that's pretty much dry. We'll take my glossy accents again. As soon as I find it, you can probably see it. I can't. Here we go. And I'm just going to pop a line here and then put that love forever. And I think that's just the colouring works beautifully. So here is the second bit I've done today. I am going to adhere it to a project and just probably make it a large card. Maybe even a Valentine card for my husband, because I don't think he's watching these things. So this is just a few ideas which are completely different to what I normally do. You know, I normally do a lot of texture paste, pigments. I haven't used one pigment. I haven't used texture paste. It's something completely different. I do hope you enjoy this. I definitely enjoyed this, more relaxed crafting, and I, as I said, did I say before, I'm connected by hardwire to my router. Thank you ladies, thank you Lorna, thank you Michelle. So it looks like internet worked a treat, and have a wonderful Christmas. It's been an absolute pleasure to be doing Craftbox for the last year, even through all the ups and downs. But have a wonderful Christmas and have a peaceful time. I hope it will be a joyful family spent crafty time, and I can't wait to see you in 2017 and to unveil everything we've been working on, and hopefully all the exciting things we have for you. So sending you lots of crafty hugs, and I will see you again next time. Bye.